Hello and welcome to another video from oorail. In this video we're going to take a look at the Bachmann Class 03 Diesel Shunter. It's 03162. It's in BR blue and it's got some medium to heavy weathering. The product number is 31363 and it's got a 6-pin DCC connector. So just a brief history, the Class 03 Diesel Shunters were introduced in 1957 and were one of BR's most successful smaller 060 diesel mechanical shunters. There were 230 shunters that were built by British Rail's Swindon and Doncaster Works between 1957 and 1962. Initially the allocation was spread around all regions. Like other shunters of this size, the Class 03 was built for light duties where larger locomotives were not needed, especially for shunting at locomotive and carriage depots as well as station pilots. The Class 03 locomotives survived to work over some lines with limited weight restrictions. The locomotives weighed 30 tons as opposed to 48 tons of the Class 08, and they were progressively withdrawn from 1968 onwards, with two examples on the Isle of Wight lasting until 1993. In 1998, one of the Isle of Wight locos, number 03179, was reinstated into service by the West Anglia Great Northern Railway Company for service at their Hornsey depot. This remains the last operational Class 03 on the network, and about 50 or so have been preserved. This particular model has a route availability of 1, which basically means, it's a route availability of 1, and this basically means it could go on any line within the British Rail network. If you're not familiar with route availability, you can take a look at our first or second BR terminology video. I think it's our second one, and it explains the route availability. Basically, it's a classification of the weight of the locomotive, as well as a classification of a line, such as infrastructure, just as the condition of the track, as well as things like bridges and so on that are on the network. So this particular locomotive has a route availability of 1, which basically means it could go pretty much anywhere on the network. So what we're going to do is, after this quick pan around, we'll show you the speed tests, and that's basically it. It's going to be a pretty short video. One thing that this locomotive does come with, it does come with Nem couplings, and all of the extra stuff, such as the extra detail on the buffer beams, is already pre-installed when you get it. It's on sale right now on eHands, I think. It was pretty cheap, especially when you take the VAT off of it. It's a really nice locomotive. I was actually pretty impressed with it. I wasn't expecting the lighting, and sure enough, it's got in-cab lighting as well as a driver, so it's a pretty nice addition to the layout. And like I said, the reason we got it is I have a couple of photos from the late 70s, early 80s, where this was one of these were still in service, just doing shunting duties and so on. So I wanted to get that in there. Now this model, where you have the Nem couplings, does come with a replacement I guess it's a cover or so on, that if you remove the Nem coupling, you can drop that cover in place, and it completes the weathered look of the buffer beam. So if you wanted to remove the coupling or have the coupling only on one end, so make the other end look more realistic, you can do that. Alright, so we're going to do a quick pan around and leave you with the speed test. As we pan around the front here, you can see it's got the wasp stripes, Nem coupling, all that buffer beam detail was factory installed. It's got quite a bit of detail on the side, some nice weathering. You can see it's in BR blue with 03162, and you'll have to excuse the bridge here as I pan around. And you can see the rear there. It's got the wasp stripes as well, and quite a good bit of detailing, weathering. Like I said, that's all out of the factory. So, we hope you found that useful. I'll leave you with the speed test, and until next time.